Hey guys, it's TheFrXion here, or Tiger Tank 12, however you want to call me, and I have no idea how long I haven't said those exact words for, I think at least 2 months now. Well, I'm back. If you have looked into the channel, you've probably seen the one video about the PT-7 artillery, that little montage clip. It was not much, just a little bit of some editing that I was kind of doing just to get my touch on Sony Vegas and get a little bit of experience with editing, all that stuff, and it was a quite nice experience. It's quite easy to edit actually, on Sony Vegas at least, and there are a lot of options, and I really do like the editing software. But now, let's get back on topic. I haven't done a video like this in a very long time, especially artillery videos. Now, you guys probably know, if you've been watching my channel for a little bit longer, that I'm not a fan of artillery, either playing it or getting hit by them. I'm not a big fan. And, well, why am I showing you artillery gameplay? Is it like exceptionally good? Because the artillery shoots so pinpoint accurate? No, that's not true anymore. That really doesn't work, at least with the T92 anymore. No, today actually I have a video about the problems that I have with artillery players in general, who kind of play their tank or the role of their tank wrong. Now, if you look at the artillery, I'm playing the T92. This is the Tier 10 American artillery. This is the biggest gun in the game, 240 millimeters. That's 24 centimeter rounds. The HE round, right there, I missed the Jag Tiger, unfortunately. The HE round does about 2,250 damage and has a penetration rate of 130, I think, 120. So, what problem do I have with World of Tanks with artillery players? Well, one of the problems that I have is that a lot of people kind of don't really know their role in artillery. Artillery is a very powerful tool, especially now in World of Tanks, since they're quite accurate and you can take out tanks very easily. Now, I'm gonna stop it real fast because I'm gonna show you exactly what I mean. When you're playing World of Tanks and you're a high tier artillery or low tier artillery, it does not matter in your matchup, you can still do a lot of damage against all enemy tanks because you have a big gun. You can either load AP or HE. Now, it always depends on the situation that you're in, because I've seen a lot of artillery players who kind of take on the wrong targets. Now you can see me, I'm taking out the E5, and this is the powerful tool that artillery has. It does a lot of damage with one shot. I just took out that E5 with one shot, and it was one of their most dangerous players, not based on stats. We're not going after stats because XVM is a little bit faulty. System does not really work all that well, but it's one of the highest tiers on their team. So, the problem that I have with artillery players is that, for example, right now there is a AMX 1390, a scout, but with not a lot of armor. So a lot of people who play artillery tend to go for the easy targets that don't have a lot of health. For example, the E50M, because they want to get the kill, or for lightly armored targets like scout that. Scouts that other tanks easily can get rid of, instead of like this VK4502B, who has a lot of armor and is really hard to penetrate for a normal guy. So instead of working on this guy and supporting your team by taking away the big fractions of HP on the really dangerous vehicles, they tend to shoot the really easy targets because they want to get kills and they just want to do some damage. And they don't really know the impact that they're having on the game, because artillery can be game deciding. As always, any tank can be game deciding if played correctly, but artillery especially, because artillery has this powerful tool this gun that can do so much damage if you hit and if you use it correctly. As you can see right now, I'm aiming at the VK and my shot kind of just disappears. I don't know what happened. I think I overshot him, but I'm not sure. So right here you can see that the VK was a very important target. Now I'm trying to re-engage, and what a lot of people kind of forget is that, well, it's always situation. It's always depends on the situation. Oh my god. So that means that sometimes it is better to take out the lower health tanks, because your team is maybe really low HP as well, and they can't risk it to peak or anything like that. It always depends on the situation, but if we have a standoff like right here, which is a very, very common scenario, as you can see right there, the Jag Tagger took a big hit from somebody, so I didn't bother to shoot him anymore. Much rather, I try to get like a good shot on both of these guys right here, so I can take out maybe the STB-1 and do some damage on the AMX 1390. But I decide against it because I see the VK, and as you can see, my team has a lot of troubles penning this tank, except for the IS-4 who just does that, I think. And we track him and we do some damage. 831 in one hit, and that guy is almost dead because the IS-4 puts a nice shot into him. Now, as you can see, the rest of the team, they can easily take care of these two remaining medium tanks, because they don't have a lot of HP, and that heavy tank that is also hit quite badly. So they do have the numbers advantage. So I switch over and try to give artillery support or provide support for the other side of the map, which is currently facing some big issues or big troubles. So of course, once again, you have to prioritize some targets, tanks that have a lot of armor, that are really in a good position, and that are really dangerous to your team. Now, that being right now the batch at 25, who just took out our E4 and was a very easy target because he was just sitting right there between the buildings thinking he was safe. This is one of the things you need to keep in your mind, that you have to be careful. There's pretty much almost no place where you're already safe if you're playing with the T92, because of the high arc that you have. Also the what is it called? We have to see the gun carrier, the Conqueror gun carrier, which the enemy team has as their top tier artillery. So this is why I think that people need to learn, even if they're playing artillery and they're called noobs or whatever, scumbags of World of Tanks. Artillery is a very vital role in the game, and since we cannot take it out of the game anymore, we have to live with how it is balanced right now. Instead of, hating it, we should use it properly. And this is the thing that I see a lot of people kind of missing. Playing artillery kind of wrong. Taking or targeting up targets that don't really have any HP left. Easy shots, and supporting maybe the wrong side, that side that has too many tanks on it already. So they just shoot whatever they can, and they don't really think of the consequences that they can have, because my tank, my artillery here, has a 43-second reload time. Now a lot of stuff can happen in 43 seconds, and there is no guarantee that I will hit the tank, because as you can see, the gun arc is rather big. Now I'm no pro artillery player. I know a lot of people who are a lot better than me in playing their artillery, and they don't play artilleries that often either. But it's very important that you learn your role as a supporting tank, and pretty much that's your main objective, your artillery, your supporting tank, and that you shoot the targets that are important to take out for your team. That can be maybe a heavy tank, a tank destroyer that is blocking a very important route. It can be a light tank that is scouting right now and sitting somewhere in the bushes, and you know exactly where he is, and you have to take out because he's lighting your entire team up. Or it can be an artillery piece that was just lit, so you can stop them from doing what you're doing to the enemy team. So that's just what I want to say. And also, because there's so many different artilleries now, the French arty, the American arty, the German arty, um, the British artillery pieces, the Russian artillery pieces. Every single artillery piece has a different kind of specialization. The Americans being having big guns, not too great of accuracy, at least the T-92, which I'm currently playing. It's the only artillery that I have. And for the Russians, they are really good. They don't have a lot of gun arc, wide gun arc, but they do have very accurate guns. And with AP, you can do a lot of damage in Soviet tank SPGs. Now this is very important that you keep in mind. With T-92, it's well, you really need more than RNG to be on your side to be able to hit 370 millimeter penetrating AP round, because this tank is just, I mean, wait, look at this tank, look at the gun, it's enormous. So it's really inconsistent with doing damage, and it's not that reliable. But if you hit, you do a lot of damage. So it's not really worth using AP rounds on this thing. Now, well, I hope you liked this video. It was just a little, well, a little, I don't know, can you call it tutorial? Yeah, just a little video of the problems with arty players who kind of don't know their role. I need to find a good title for this. So yeah, I'll try to keep the videos like as the same length as this video, not too long, not too short, and as informative as possible, and not doing too many, you know, not making too many mistakes, like grammatically or whatever, so you guys can understand what I'm saying. So yeah, it's good to be back, and you can expect some more World of Tanks content from me anytime soon, hopefully. And maybe some other stuff as well, since I'm planning on making some videos about some shooters that I'm playing currently. Also, some strategy games. And if you're interested in watching me play live on Twitch, I do Twitch World of Tanks now, I think at the weekend if I can. But since since this is my last year of school, this is going to be a really intense year. I'll have to see if I can do this every weekend. So yeah, just for your information, I'm making some, you know, yeah, some advertisement for my Twitch channel. So I'll see you guys later.